Okay, you can begin.
Hi, good day, everyone. My name is Kiana Regis, and joining me will be my group members Ari Baswith and Michaela Mohammed, and we will be teaching you all today understanding complex organizations.
Good afternoon, everybody. In this chapter, we will be discussing complex organizations and the importance of leadership within an organizational context. Organizations are seen as complex and co-evolving within its given economy. Complex organizations are a goal-oriented, boundary-maintaining, socially constructed system of humanity. It has a larger structure or a higher number of resources in any division, project, or team, causing the organization to have a more complex way of functioning. What are complex organizations? A complex organization is a large, structured entity made up of multiple groups or departments working together to achieve a common goal. These organizations often operate in dynamic environments and have numerous layers of leadership and decision-making processes. They involve a high degree of formalization, rules and procedures, and division of labor, specialized roles. Examples: corporations, universities, hospitals, and government agencies. Next slide. Key characteristics of complex organizations. Size and scale. Number one, complex organizations often include hundreds to thousands of participants spanning multiple groups or divisions. They operate on a large scale, sometimes internationally, and require extensive coordination across departments. Number two, hierarchical structure. These organizations have many levels of authority, from executives to middle managers to staff. This decision making is typically centralized with directives flowing from the top down. Number three, formal processes and procedures. They rely on standardized procedures and detailed policies to maintain order and efficiency. Formalization ensures that tasks are completed consistently across departments. Next slide. Interaction and communication. Number one, continuous interaction. Members regularly interact to coordinate efforts through communication, though communication may occur across departments, locations, or time zones. Technology is often used to facilitate communication, particularly in virtual organizations. Number two, cross-departmental collaboration. Complex organizations rely on collaboration between different groups such as finance, marketing, and operations. Successful coordination between departments is essential for achieving organizational goals. Number three, adaptation to change. Complex organizations must adapt external changes like market trends, regulatory shifts, or technological advancements. Flexibility and innovation are key to remaining competitive and relevant. Why do complex organizations exist? Organizations exist to accomplish large-scale goals. They are designed to achieve objectives that are too large or complicated for smaller groups to handle. They bring together diverse talents, resources, and departments to tackle significant challenges, whether it's running a multinational corporation, managing a university, or delivering healthcare. Number two, to coordinate specialized functions. Organizations divide labor into specialized roles and departments. For example, in a large company, you might have teams for finance, marketing, product development, and human resources. Each group focuses on its expertise, and the organization as a whole benefits from their combined knowledge and skills. Next slide, please. To ensure efficiency through structure and systems. Complex organizations use formal systems and processes to maintain order, consistency, and efficiency. Hierarchies, rules, and standard operating procedures help manage the complexity of many people working together, often across different locations and time zones. Number 4, to adapt to changing environments. Large organizations exist to respond to external pressures such as market demands, technological advances, or regulatory changes. Their size and structure give them the ability to evolve and stay competitive in a fast-changing world. Number 5, to provide stability and longevity. Complex organizations are designed for long-term success. With their formalized structure and leadership, they ensure that the organization continues to function even as individuals come and go. This provides stability and continuity over time. Groups and organizations. Differentiating between groups and organizations can be challenging, with some distinctions more obvious than others. Groups are smaller collections of individuals interacting closely, typically with smaller structures and direct, frequent communication. Organizations, however, are larger collections. Organizations, however, are larger collections of groups that work together continuously within more complex structures to achieve a specific purpose. Unlike groups, proximity is not always necessary for organizations, as technology now allows for virtual connections. As organizations grow, they involve a wider variety of participants with diverse perspectives, making interactions more complex. For instance, in a college setting, students, professors, administrators, and other stakeholders must collaborate to fulfill the shared purpose of educating students, although each group may approach this goal differently. Organizations, therefore, require structured leadership, policies, and decision-making processes to maintain cohesion and ensure the success of their overall mission. Characteristics of groups and organizations. Groups are usually small to medium in size, and they usually consist of 3 or more participants. Organizations, however, are larger. They include 20 or more participants and often involve different subgroups or departments. Personal interactions of groups include close proximity or regular face-to-face interactions. They also have a shared goal or activity where members come together around a specific task, a specific interest or task. Organizations have a complex structure with multiple layers of leadership, roles, and decision-making processes. Continuous interaction between members where they interact regularly, but proximity may not always be necessary. For example, virtual organizations. They also have a defined purpose. The organization is created to achieve a specific long-term goal. Next slide. So what we have here are some examples of groups and organizations. So under groups, there is an example of a study group, which will have about 3 to 5 people, a chess group, and a hiking group. And an example of organizations are the Trinidad and Tobago Red Cross Society, which would consist of many people with different branches across the country. and the Salvation Army, which usually has different branches across the world. Organizational mission. Next slide. Organizations exist for a specific purpose: to represent the views of the membership, to produce some product, to provide activities for its members, or for countless other reasons. This is what causes people to want to join and participate in organizations. A critical aspect of the success or failure of any organization will be how its purpose or mission comes to life in its vision or actions. The importance of mission, vision, and core values of an organization cannot be overestimated. Next slide, please. The importance of a mission statement. It guides decision making. A mission statement provides clarity about the organization's goals, helping leaders and employees make consistent, informed decisions that align with the organization's purpose. It aligns the organization. It helps unify employees and stakeholders around a shared vision, ensuring everyone understands the organization's objectives and works towards them collectively. It inspires and motivates. A compelling mission statement can energize employees and create a sense of purpose, fostering commitment and motivation to achieve the organization's goals. Public image. It communicates the organization's identity to the outside world, including customers, partners, and investors, helping build a positive reputation and trust. It sets strategic direction. A mission statement serves as a foundation for developing long-term strategies and objectives, ensuring that growth and initiatives remain aligned with the organization's purpose. Next slide. Okay, so this is Patricia Jones and Larry Kahana. They are the authors of Say It and Live It, the 50 corporate mission statements that hit the mark. And this book, they wrote it in 1995, compiling 50 mission statements from the top 50 companies at that time. And they showed how strong a mission statement could be. Next slide, please. The mission statement of the organization is quite simply why it exists. In 1995, Patricia Jones and Larry Kahana collected the mission statements of 50 corporations. These make for interesting reading. Checking out the websites of most major corporations, it is easy to find their mission. An organization's mission statement should answer the question, why does this organization exist? Okay, so this is, I'm going to give you here an example of a very strong mission statement by Southwest Airlines.
At Southwest Airlines, we're united by a purpose that is at the heart of everything we do. It's the simplest and purest expression of why we exist. Our purpose at Southwest Airlines is clear. We exist to connect people to what's important in their lives through friendly, reliable, and low-cost air travel. This purpose is why we get up every morning and why we matter to the millions of people who fly with us each year. And if we live this purpose every day, we'll achieve our vision to become the world's most loved, most flown, and most profitable airline. But it all starts with you.
Okay, next slide, please. Organizational vision. The core purpose of a vision is to outline the ideal future of an organization. It must inspire, motivate, and challenge both leadership and members to strive for greatness. Ensuring that members of an organization embrace and share the vision is crucial but challenging. A vision needs to connect with the motivations of the people within the organization. Both mission and vision statements must remain clear, inspiring, and constantly present in the minds of leaders and members to guide organizational actions. Challenges of sharing vision. Ensuring that members of an organization embrace and share the vision is crucial but challenging. A vision needs to connect with the motivations of the people within the organization. Both mission and vision statements must remain clear, inspiring, and constantly present in the minds of leaders and members to guide organizational actions. Role of leadership. In 1992, American writer Margaret Wheatley emphasized that a clear set of values and vision maintained through ongoing dialogue can bring order and direction. Leaders play a critical role in keeping the vision alive by continually reinforcing it and making it a focal point for decision-making and actions within the organization. Next slide. The importance of unity and focus. Editor Michelle Petrie highlights the need for collective focus. When a team shares a clearly defined goal, it strengthens their connection and drive, empowering them to take necessary steps to realize the vision. This shared aim can establish commitment, especially during times of uncertainty and ambiguity. Thank you, everyone. I will now be passing on to my colleague, Kiana Regis.
Kiana, we're not hearing you.
Hear me now?
Yes, we're hearing you now. So you need to go back, yeah,
Okay.
to the start. Okay.
The core values is an important part of every organization as it shows the merit an organization wishes to uphold because without proper basic values in place, any action would be seen as justified as long as it brought the organizations to its goal or leads the company to fulfill their mission and vision. Core values are the basic morals and principles an organization wishes to uphold to ensure they do not cross any boundaries and lines that may cause the company to lose its merit within any given economy. We have seen situations where many people believe the end justifies the means in which they push boundaries to ensure that their goal, whatever it may be, is met. The core values should never be compromised upon for financial or social gain in any form, as doing so can potentially bring down the overall morale of the organization. The core values are usually small in number but hold the most weight and importance within the organization. They are the guiding principles that provide an organization with purpose and direction. The core values are fundamental. They are important to the success of the organization. The key values are rarely discussed or shared among the members of the organization. The core values help differentiate between the different competitors. The core values can also help guide the employees on how they can make certain decisions and how to act in various situations while completing tasks and objectives for the organization. They can also help direct employees to choose places to work where the values aligns well with their views and morals. I'll be passing it on to my colleague, Michaela.
Right. Organizational culture. Organizational culture is interpreted in many different ways by many different personnels. But all of these interpretations all represent the shared values, beliefs, rules, practices, policies that helps to mold the staff's behavior and interaction within an organization. An example of these different interpretation is the quote by Edgar Sheehan in his book Organizational Culture and Leaderships in 2004. The example is culture is how organizations do things. Robbie Katang. Oh, just okay, that was my whole slide. Whereas James Pass, 1986, would define culture as culture is an infinite game. Culture has no boundaries, in page 53 of his book. Next slide, please. Heroes within an organization. Basically, heroes in an organizational culture refers to individuals who embodies the value and ideals of the organization, often serving as a role model for others. These heroes can inspire employees through their actions, decisions, and commitment to the organization's mission. They help to reinforce the cultural norms and expectations, promoting a sense of sharing identity and purpose within the organization. By recognizing and celebrating these heroes, organization can foster a positive culture that encourages collaboration, innovation, and loyalty among employees. Next slide, please. Types of organizational cultures. Innovative culture. Encourage. Why is it not showing? Encourage employees to brainstorm. So, just hold on 1 second, please. Great. Innovative cultures. Encourages employees to brainstorm. An example of innovative cultures, they promote what? I'm just sorry, I can't see my note in it. So innovative culture basically encourages employees to brainstorm. Collaborative cultures enforces teamwork in a company. Next slide. Result-oriented cultures, employees aim to achieve the company's goal. Customer-centric culture, decisions made in the company is tailored by customers' opinions and company comments. Next slide. The importance of organizational culture. Organizational culture influences the employees' behaviors in the workplace, how employees interact, collaborate, and feel about their jobs. These cultures are molded by the company's owners or past employees. Senior employees pass their knowledge, patterns, structure, and order which they were taught or shaped to fit the company's aim For example, if a company packs their stocks in a warehouse in color-coded order, and this keeps the company stock accurate, then it will be taught to each new employee to keep this order alive. Next slide, please. Advantages and disadvantages. Communication. By establishing the norms, values, and behaviors which molds how the company flows, it promotes openness. Employee engagement. A positive culture encourages feedback and input, making employees feel acknowledged and appreciated. Brand identity. These values, beliefs, and behaviors also promote how the company's image and identity is shown. Low morale. With a lack of communication and appreciation, with the lack of communication and appreciation, employees may feel unmotivated, leading to lack of productivity within our company. Resistance to change. Because of the current cultures, employees may be less willing to embrace new initiatives and cultures that may be better for the organization. High turnover. If an organizational culture is toxic or negative, employees may feel stressed and unhappy and may result in looking for better jobs. Next, rights and rituals. Rights and rituals in organizations help to boost employees' morals, increase engagement, and foster a supportive culture. Whether rituals are centered around celebrating individuals and team accomplishments or bringing colleagues closer together, they enable the organization as a whole to reach higher goals. Rituals have their roots in the history of the company's culture, and rights refers to repetitive activities within a company. Next slide. The importance of rites and ritual. A rite or ritual is an important artifact of culture and may be defined as a regular organizational activity that can carry more meaning than it does actual purpose. It is easy for leaders of an organization to state their values, but rites and rituals openly publicize the values of an organization. Next. Terence Steele and Alan Kennedy, 1982. Terence Steele and Alan Kennedy emphasizes on the importance of understanding values and beliefs in an organization. They spoke about how it overall impacts an organization on productivity and effectiveness, as said in Chapter 8, page 263. Ordinary individuals who are heroic in their actions are critical because they make success more possible to achieve. Provide role models, symbolize the organization to outsiders, preserve what makes the organization special, set and set a standard of performance and motivate members. Next, please. Advantages and disadvantages. Team building. Rites and rituals strengthen team building by the ways it encourages tradition and collaboration. Culture reinforcement. This plays a crucial part as it consistently communicates and embodies the core values and beliefs of the company. Knowledge sharing. By having rituals such as team meetings for all members to share insights, lessons learned, and practice they develop. Exclusion. When certain practices or traditions are not inclusive of all members, they develop a feeling of resentment towards fellow staff. Time consuming. When these rites and rituals require significant time commitment from employees, it can lead to frustration, misinterpretation. Without clear communication, employees may misunderstand the purpose or expectation of them. Next slide, please. 4 frames of organizations. Next. Another way to view organizations is offered by Ballman and Deal, 2003, who use 4 frames of organizations. This provided different perspective to understand and analyze organization. Each frame offers valuable insights used to address different struggles of an organization may face. Leaders can build and better an organization by understanding these 4 frames. Next. First is structural frame. Structural frame helps to define roles and responsibilities, ensuring efficiency and clarity. Its importance is to indicate a clear structure and system to achieve efficiency and effectiveness. This frame is seen as a machine that needs to be properly aligned, needs proper alignment and coordination to function effectively. Pros: clarity in role and responsibility, coordination, control within a company. Cons: difficult to adapt to changes, overlook the human element, and disengagement. Next slide, please. Human resource frame. Human resource frame focuses on understanding individuals' needs, issues, and relationships within a company. It is important to foster a supportive environment to satisfy the needs of employees to nurture their engagement. Pros: relieves stress, motivates, satisfies employee, encourage teamwork, and enhances morals. Cons: time consuming to address each individual needs and conflict, may lead to favoritism or bias if not done properly. Next, please. Political frame. In this frame, leaders acknowledge conflicting agendas and interests of groups within the organization may have, and then address and achieve the goals needed. It is important because it helps to recognize who holds influence and how that affects decision making, enabling the leaders to navigate conflict and build collisions, causing business transitions during changes to run smoother. Pros: help navigate conflict, encourage negotiations, and collision building. Cons: culture mistrust, employees may feel manipulated, and power struggles cause straying from goals. Next, please. Symbolic frame. Symbolic frame focuses on the importance of culture and meaning within an organization. It highlights the importance of stories, symbols, and rituals that shapes the country. Oh my goodness. that shapes the organization's identity. These cultures can inspire employees, fostering motivation and a sense of belonging in a company. Pros: strong organizational identity and culture helps to create meaning and motivation for staff. Cons: can be subjective, making it difficult to measure effectiveness, may overlook practical issues in favor of symbolism, leading to inefficiency. Next slide, please. And I'll pass you on to whoever goes next.
Everyone can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multicultural organizational development. Many organizations are moving from being monocultural to multicultural state, which promotes inclusivity, diversity, and equity within the organization. This involves building an organization that has a mixed group of people from many varying backgrounds within the organization. A diverse and inclusive community has a higher chance at being and remaining successful within its given environment. An organization pushing towards a more multicultural environment is essential for them to progress, as having a dissimilar work environment can ensure that the operation can ensure that there is diversity in all aspects of the company in order to cater/be available to people from different backgrounds and ethnic and religious groups. A multicultural organization should also possess an absence of discrimination or prejudice towards people from different backgrounds. Multicultural organizations offer equal opportunities and are expected to have full participation within decision-making and planning to help with the development and advancement of the organization. Expanding to a more multicultural environment will help include a more diverse perspective to help cater to various groups. The push towards becoming a multicultural organization is due to the change in the demographics of the environment the organization functions within. Virtual organization. A virtual organization comprises having members work in varying geographical locations while showing up as a complete and single unit. This organization uses technology such as phones, computers, specialized software, etc., to work together to complete various tasks and projects. It is vital for a virtual organization to establish detailed procedures and timelines to ensure that every task is completed with consistency and there is also a orderliness in the employee performance. A virtual organization has many benefits. They have many benefits due to the fact that employees can and will work from any location, which boosts productivity due to employees being satisfied with the ability to make the decision to work from home. There is less stress on the employee to get to a particular location to begin their workday, which in turn will boost employee morale. The option for virtual work also improves efficiency within the organization, as there are less distractions, and there is also the benefit of a larger hiring market, as the company will be able to target and hire individuals with varying backgrounds and perspectives at a broader scale, as a physical location may prevent someone from accepting a job with the option to work virtual. A company in Switzerland can hire a person with the necessary skills and views they are looking for who lives in France. There is also the joy of more flexible work hours and the option to expand to a wide range of persons, where a physical company will have a geographical restriction. A virtual organization will not have this problem. Challenges of a virtual organization. With every positive, there is some negative, and this is true even for the great benefits of virtual organizations. There are some challenges. There is a lack of community within a virtual organization, as most of the employees do not have the benefit of interacting with their coworkers. They do not have direct contact with through projects and meetings across different departments. There is also some strain in developing company culture due to each employee running on different hours due to the flexibility of their schedule can cause employees to feel disconnected and awkward with those they work with. Communication is in a virtual organization is of utmost importance as employees will not be able to share the necessary information in passing, which will now make it necessary for the company to put clear and consistent policies in place by using various tools to ensure employees actively and effectively communicate. According to the type of duties the organization perform, there can be compliance and security issues within the company by employees that may be out of the immediate control of those in charge. While all this, with all this in mind, while many organizations have moved on to having both virtual and physical employees, a hybrid work environment, and the positive attributes of having a virtual work environment for both the employees and the organization, there are still many things that can become a challenge for running an organization this way. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Any questions?
Alright, it doesn't seem that there are any questions. I'll stop the recording now.